Wow, not a good channel.
Bad channel alert! Bad channel police! You have the right to remain not a good channel. You have the right to remain silent in the comments. Like, don't comment anything. That'd be funny. My channel is not good. This is something that was being said behind my back for years without me knowing. Not by my friends, not by my family, by someone even more important. Sponsors. Now, personally, I think that this channel is, this is doing all right. But I was having a conversation last week with my agency, the guys who offer me sponsorships, and I said, "Hey guys, I'm ready to make some corporate ads for sponsors. Can't wait to add value to society the only way I know how, making corporations money." And they responded with the only thing you never want to hear in a relationship. This is what we call in the industry, uh-oh, I'm in a little bit of trouble. Basically, I hopped on a call and my friends at the agency shared some harrowing news with me. They said sponsors were not offering me work nearly as much as other channels. You may hear that and think, oh, it's because you curse a lot. Or maybe you thought, is it because your videos look like they're for kids? Wrong. Untrue. Many of you are aging rapidly into your 20s and 30s. No, the real reason has to do with the sponsors being, dare I say it, a little lazy. Apparently, they don't really understand what you like as an audience. More on this later. Now, I'm gonna do something people don't do that often. I'm gonna peel back the curtain on how YouTube channels work. I'd say sponsorships are on average half of how most channels make their living. So without them, a channel may get what many would call terrified for their future. You're probably wondering, Drumsy, you have a couple of views on your videos. Why wouldn't sponsors work with you? Way ahead of you, guy that I'm picturing without pants on so I don't get nervous. I had to put on my reporter cap, but I investigated. And what I found out will shock you in a way that is good for video retention. Welcome to Drumsy Tonight. This just in. Brands don't like VR content and actively choose to avoid putting sponsored ads on it. And not just VR, they actually have a list of multiple types of channels they avoid giving sponsorships to. I will reveal those types of channels to you, but a magician never blows his load early. Drumsy, back to you. Cool, thanks real version of me that I made into a whole separate channel because VR videos are apparently bad for sponsorships now. This news was confusing to me. Brands don't want to work with VR channels? But I'm a VR channel! So many of you guys watch and support my videos, and over the years, hundreds of thousands of you have joined what I would call a pretty wholesome and chill community. A community that, let's be honest, would probably genuinely listen to a sponsorship here and there. So what gives? It's not like you guys aren't willing to throw a couple dollar, couple chips, couple cheddars towards something. We release merch that sometimes sells hundreds of units. New merch out right now! Just kidding, guys, I would never do that. Obviously, you guys care about my VR videos, so why don't brands want to advertise to my VR viewers? Well, turns out there are a few reasons, but the biggest one comes down to the fact that, actually, just kidding, I am doing a merch plug. My channel is dying, so I literally have to. Support my dying videos with a new Dead Channel shirt. This is not a joke, link in the description. Okay, here is the real reason sponsors don't want to work with my VR channel. These sponsors don't understand you, the VR audience. Let's close our eyes and imagine someone named Ricky Business. Ricky Business is head of marketing at Big Sponsor. He sees a sports channel, and Ricky Business likes it because he knows the sports audience will buy sports stuff. Then he looks at a fashion channel, and he knows the audience will buy makeup and shit. But then Ricky Business looks at a VR channel, and he thinks, who the fuck is watching this? What do I sell them? Anime stuff? Gaming stuff? Anxiety medication? VR looks kind of colorful. Is it for kids? Or is it for adults? Wouldn't it be easier to just not advertise with them at all? Thanks, Ricky Business, says Jonathan Manager. You've saved us millions. Except Ricky Business is Ricky wrong. One VR channel might have all kid viewers. Another channel like mine might have adult-leaning gamers. But because there's so much variety between these channels, most sponsors don't take the time to dig deep and figure it out. They take the easy way out and just say, no thank you, I'm quite full. All they really had to do was ask the YouTuber about their audience. We know our channels best, but apparently a VR channel is a little too confusing for Mr. Marketer. And VR is not the only type of channel that this issue affects. This is actually an epidemic.
Vaccinate me.
VTubers. Many of them are some of the most successful creators on the internet. Iron Mouse, despite being a small Puerto Rican woman, is actually a titan of her industry. But spoiler alert, her channel would also be flagged under the same category of not worth advertising on. Now, we all know that VTubers have legions of fans who support their work monetarily, yet I found out that anyone who uses a virtual avatar falls into the Ricky business category of there's too much variety in the type of viewer of this content and we can't figure out what to sell them. So no sponsorships for Puerto Rican anime girls. And guess who else this applies to? Anime reviewers, animation channels, hi Jaden, Roblox creators, and Minecraft creators? Yup, even Minecraft viewers are hard to pin down what they want advertised to them, because Minecraft is not just for kids. It's also for people who like kids. Pause. It's about to get worse. Brands aren't wasting their time individually checking channels to figure out the audience, and watch out preschoolers, there's 2 letters of the alphabet that are gonna intensify this problem. That's right, as AI becomes more used in the industry, we'll have even less human review, yippee! Dear God, is there a solution? Do you exist?
Yes, Drumsy, it's me, the Mormon God.
Oh shit, the Mormons were right.
There is only one thing you can do. The sponsors' souls are rigid and unchanging. But you can change, my Mormon child.
I'm Mormon now?
You can make a new channel, Drumsy. One that has a clear, sponsorable face. It'll be just like this channel, except not in VR, and a little bit more Mormon.
Sponsors may be the easiest way to survive, but they're not the only way. YouTubers have historically been having to get really creative with finding ways to make a living on here. Streaming, subathons, merch. Sometimes you get a little tricky with it like me, like making a completely separate channel for IRL content, even though I hate asking people to subscribe. Or dropping merch about your dying channel as a joke. But the reason I made this video wasn't for me. Luckily, I'm doing fine on this channel, even when sponsors get a little dry. Unfortunately, there are hundreds of smaller creators in the VTuber or animation space that are probably not doing nearly as well financially as you might think. And I wanted to bring this issue to the table and spread some awareness about what I think is a very silly decision that these companies are making. And just maybe awareness to this will help them change course. I'll say it again, this video ain't for my benefit. Daddy Drumsy has been around these parts for 15 years, I'll be okay. I'm like a cockroach, they can't get rid of me. But now that I am an ancient Caucasian American approaching my 30s, I feel a responsibility to the newer creators out there just trying to find a way to survive. Those channels don't deserve to be blacklisted or written off without a fair shot. There are hundreds of channels out there with important voices making sick content, and I hope Ricky Business gives them the chance they deserve to make a stable income. Look, I care about the VR and VTuber community. Yes, even the fur people. I like making VR content and I don't plan on stopping, so I will vouch for this genre of content till my dying breath. And I will fight for my friends! Thank you, editor. That would have been really cringe if you didn't edit that. Thanks, news cucks. I'll see you later. Maybe even on my other very Mormon channel. Bye.